Hey everyone, it is Lynn Bardowski, founder at Million Dollar Party Girl, and this is another episode of Extraordinary Women where I interview top million-dollar party girls, those leaders in our industry that have built million-dollar downline organizations, and get them to share all their secret sauce. I am here with Tabitha Brinkman. Hey, Tabitha.
Hey, Lynn. Hi, everybody.
And Tabitha, you've just reached a huge milestone in your business. What a perfect way to end the year. I hope you're popping some bubbly. You are now one of the top directors in the entire U.S. and have achieved the rank. Actually, I'll let you tell. Tell us about what you just achieved effectively.
We actually just stepped up to executive director, which is super cool. It is a directors that also are, you have to have a certain amount of directors that are also promoting their own directors in there. So just really inspiring people into leadership and, doing the dream, living the dream. So it's been amazing. It's been a long-term goal.
Tabitha has built a 3 million plus downline organization with over 70 managers and directors in that organization. So today we're talking about how to become a leader of leaders. But, my intention for the show today is really to get you in the mindset of leadership development. And, so many times I hear that it's like, oh, I can't talk about that because I don't want to be pushy, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to overwhelm people with helping them achieve all their dreams and goals. I'm like, what?
Right.
Yeah, that's real overwhelming. But it's more about what's in our own head than what's in the other person's head. It's usually because of a limiting belief in ourselves. And so today I'm hoping that you that are watching, or if you're watching on the replay, I'm hoping for a mindset. I just combined two words. A mindset shift. If you're relating to that, if you haven't got to the highest level in the company, but it's been a goal of yours, and every year it's like next year, or maybe you're a consultant and you want to move up to that first level of leadership, and you just, haven't started sponsoring yet. So let's create that shift for you and help you become a leader of leaders. So let's dig in. So Tabitha, you just reached, what is your new rank now? This is as of December 1.
Executive director.
Executive director. And how many executive directors are there in the United States?
I think there's less than 5.
Wow. So you are at, one of the top levels of the comp plan. And how long did it take you to get there?
I have been in about 5.5 years.
5.5 years. And tell everybody, because I've interviewed you before. In fact, you were the very first guest when I launched the show.
Yes.
And I kept saying, I want to have you back. This is a perfect way to wrap up the year, I feel like, with this topic. So tell everybody what you did before Tupperware.
Okay. So I babysat kids in my home before Tupperware and was just, trying to make enough money to pay the groceries, pay the bills, things like that. And I was invited to a Tupperware party and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't need any Tupperware. That's for old people. That's what I kept thinking. And then I went to the party and was like, oh my gosh. So right away, I had my party and I wanted to join right away. And I really just wanted to make a couple $100. That was it. I thought if I could make grocery money and pay the gas, I'm good to go. And it wasn't long and I was making $1,000, $2,000. And for the last couple of years, been making, over $10,000 every single month. My highest paycheck, $20,000 in a month. And who knew that direct sales could do something so spectacular like that? You know what? Tupperware has seriously changed my life. Like I went from hardly paying the bills to now being able to travel the world free and have this great income. So why wouldn't I share that with somebody else, and why wouldn't I share the leadership opportunity with other people and let all their dreams come true and let them be stay-at-home moms if that's what they want, or work-at-home moms, or let them do this part-time, whatever it is. So I realized I was being quite selfish by not sharing the leadership role and opportunity.
So just a little bit more than that babysitting money.
Just a little. Just a little. My leader, I love her, Debbie Dickey, shout out to you. She always told me from the beginning, when you worry and think about what's in it for them, all of your hopes and desires will come true. Everything will happen naturally when you really just have that serving heart and you worry about what's in it for them and get them excited.
And it really takes away that whole, worrying about being pushy.
Yeah.
Because it's not about you.
No.
It's about how you can make a bigger impact. And, we weren't put on this planet to live a mediocre life. We were put on this planet to, and given these gifts and talents, to share them with the world. And so, this has really helped you find a way to do that. And that is why direct selling rocks for women. Because
who knew, right? I keep saying this over and over. Who knew?
So let's start with some of your wisdom. So you moved, you didn't want it, and then you realized, hey, this is kind of cool. There's some nice perks here when I become a manager, and then now all of a sudden you're a director and you're getting some more perks. Yeah. What is your advice to be able to attract those business builders to our teams? Because that's a big frustration I hear. I'm recruiting, and it's like it's hit and run.
Yes.
Like, where'd they go? So how are you attracting those people in the first place?
Okay. So first, of course, it comes with your personal party lineup, right? You've got to be partying to find these motivated and hostesses, really, these motivated hostesses. If they can have a great party and get excited about the party perks and about what they can get as a host, they're going to be a great consultant because they're already doing what we do, right? When you host coach them. So that's the first thing. And Lynn, you said it earlier, and it's mindset. It's absolutely deciding what it is that you want and who you are attracting, because like attracts like. And if we sit and think about constantly how, I keep getting these people who don't want to do anything, that's exactly what you're going to keep getting because you are putting that out there. So you want to really self-talk, to yourself about how you attract motivated people who love this business. And I think it's in your head a lot, what you're putting out there, but you got to go to work too. You can't just sit and think about it, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like The Secret, but then you got to go do,
yes.
You got to walk the walk and talk the talk. So, so personal business. So what does a strong personal business look to you? How do you define that when you're, modeling for your team the activity it takes to really get to that leader position?
Me?
Yeah.
I also like 2 parties a week. I think that formula works awesome. Not only do you want to be partying, but you also want to be sharing your opportunity right along with that. Because if you are looking at your team to be doing all the work or to be doing everything, and have this I have arrived syndrome, which some people, will get to. If you're not recruiting, your team's not going to be recruiting either. And if you're not selling, your team's not going to be selling either. They look for you to be the example and to, be doing all of those things, because if you're not recruiting and you're not selling, now it looks hard to them.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're not making any money.
You're not making any money. Yeah.
Nobody wants your job.
Yeah.
And so how important has that personal growth played in for your success and kind of filling your cup so then you can then fill others?
Absolutely. It's the number one thing that I recommend. In fact, I tried to remind all of my leaders to take 10 to 15 minutes every single day on personal growth, some way, shape, or form. Now, when I first started, I couldn't afford to buy a lot of different programs. So I would go on like Lynn's page or her Pinterest board and read the stuff that she had for free. And I read it or take different trainings that were for free. And then eventually, I started to purchase different trainings as I could afford it. And I still now invest in myself constantly. I will always take a training. I will retake a training, anything. And Lynn, by far, you're the best. Kudos to you, girlfriend. You're my favorite trainer of all times.
Thank you. I promise I did not pay Tabitha.
No, she is definitely my favorite. But go if you can't afford to get something right now, go out there and look at Lynn's website or look at her Pinterest board or the free content that she has, because I guarantee you're going to fall in love with her like I have, and you're going to realize the content that she has is, just unbelievable. You're going to learn something. It always sparks some kind of, thought for me. I'll take it and I'll be like, oh, I can apply this like this, things like that. But always invest in yourself. Always give yourself 10, 15 minutes a day that you are spending on your personal growth. Whether it be a book that you're reading or motivation, it's so critical with what we do, because especially as leaders, Lynn, we tend to, give out so much of, our advice and different things that we're giving, and we're cheering everybody on, but sometimes we do need to fill our own cup, and that's a great way to do it.
Make sure you're getting exactly what you need. And Tabitha, I think that's really smart that you said, take advantage of the free stuff first.
Yeah. Well, and for anybody, find out if you really jive with them, if you like their style, because if you jump in first and then you realize that that's not the person for you, or not someone that you can relate to, why not take some of their free trainings first and see?
Yeah, you should really date.
Yes, date them. That's a good
date your business coach. And I don't offer one-on-one business coaching. There's plenty of other people in this direct sales space that do. Date them first, right? Have maybe some free calls. And that's also true for women's networking events. If one of your goals going into the new year is to do some more in-person networking, which I highly recommend, so that you can have real life conversations.
Yes.
Sometimes it's good to get off of Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Date them too. Don't just write a check or give a credit card until you have made sure something is the right fit for you. And one of the other things that you said, which I thought was really smart, and I'm going to put this on our screen right now. Number 3, never feel that you've arrived.
Absolutely. You want to continue to give yourself the next step, the next goal. Always, that in itself, you've got to have some type of goal, and you got to write it down, and you got to look at it, and you got to have that drive, because there are going to be days that you feel like, why am I doing this? Or I'm so tired, or whatever. The negative energy is around you. And you've got to be able to go to this goal and look at the goal and be like, this is why I'm doing this every day. This is what gets me out of bed. This is why I love going, to work, quote unquote. You can never just be, okay with right where you're at. You want to have something more that's going to drive you day after day, because that excitement will funnel through to your team. So yes, always set yourself goals. Be excited for the next step. Don't just, I've arrived.
I made that mistake. If any of you guys read my first success book, I talk about my biggest failure. And that was me. I thought that I got there, and it was good. I'm like, worked so hard, finally got to the top. I can relax. So you just achieved an amazing goal for you. Something that's been on your list for a while.
Yes.
Something that, like 5 people in the United States have done in terms of the level of leadership. So what's next for you? Are you giving yourself, I hope you're taking some time to celebrate.
Well, no, what's next? Always. I have it written down. My next goal is $5 million and star executive director, which, is the next level for me. So yeah, you don't stop dreaming. Don't stop setting those goals. You always got to know what's next, even 2 days after you promote.
Yeah, even 2 days out, pop some champagne, have your happy dance, post on Facebook, and then go book 5 more parties.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
You always, drill it down to basics, because when I failed greatly and I was stuck, I was literally stuck for a long time. We'll just say that.
Okay.
What got me unstuck was just going back to the core basics of what brought me the most joy.
Yes.
Booking parties, working with my customers, making them happy, seeing them, love the products they got, having happy hostesses. And that's what helped me get my mojo back, is just taking that one step to book a party, another party, another party. And sometimes you can't look at the top of the mountain that you're climbing. Oh, I think this is a quote. Like, that's so far away. But it's those little baby steps that you can do, that you can have that success with, and that's what builds your confidence. Just that one little baby step at a time. So, that's the secret. If you're stuck, go book some parties and get that mojo going back.
The party is always the answer. Whatever the question is, a party can fix it.
I love it. Tabitha, where can people find you? So what's your business page name?
Tupperware by Tabitha.
We'll put that on the screen. So Tupperware by Tabitha. That's pretty easy.
Yes.
There you go. So
Awesome.
Make sure you head over to her business page, leave her a review, tell her how amazing she is. That's a great way that we can thank Tabitha for her time today. So thanks, Tabitha.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.